Yeah, he picked a couple splinters out of his face.
He probably did, dude.
He did. I asked him about that.
Ooh.
That was a fun day.
That's your ender right there. Roof drop.
Oh yeah.
Roof drop. Man, how'd that feel on your back?
It was actually mellow. I did that when I was really younger, when I moved up to Paradise back in the day, and I went back there, and about 20 years later, and did it again, and
So gnarly.
yeah, it was fun. I had fun doing it. Had to show off for the youngins.
I bet you did.
Oh yeah.
All right, so welcome to About That Ender, Mr. Joseph Oberhausen,
Yes.
also known as Pro Joe.
Oh yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming down.
I love to be here.
Much appreciated.
Yes.
Always good to see you.
Oh, likewise.
Always good to conversate with you.
Oh man, long ones.
Every time we see each other,
Oh,
we
yeah.
have.
We get in trouble.
Yeah.
We talk too much.
This is just the first time we're actually recording it,
Yes.
so we'll see what happens, huh?
Uh-oh.
Okay, so just so for people who don't know you, where are you from?
Ventura County, born and raised.
That's right, you are from Ventura, aren't you?
Yep, Ventura and Santa
SoCal.
Barbara.
SoCal, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, born and raised at the beach.
When'd you move up here?
I moved up here when I was, let's see, right out of high school. Probably like.
So was it like 1973?
Oh God, I wish. I think I have more things established. Maybe. No, in 97, 98, I moved up.
Okay.
Northern California, a little above Chico.
How old are you?
I am 38.
38.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you were in high school in 1981. Carry the 2. And...
right.
38. So you're still shredding.
Trying to.
Congratulations on that, by the way. Let me just say that. Congratulations on being 38 and still being able to skate.
Oh, man, I love it, man. It's in my blood. Like I said to my uncle growing up, I'll skate till I die. So we'll see.
That's what's up, dude. I mean, most of us are going to try to.
Yes.
At least.
Yes.
So 38. So when did you start? Like, what year and how old were you?
Oh, wow.
Do you remember? Do you remember that far back?
Let me think. Wow, man. Smoking so much, man, does that to you sometimes. Kids don't do that sometimes. Yeah, I think I started pretty much when I just knew what life was.
It's a pretty.
Believe it or not, like my
That's
uncle,
a pretty specific answer.
Yes, I mean, I was born in Ventura, and my uncle was a surfer, and he wanted a skater in the family, obviously, because he gave my mom a skateboard when I was at the hospital. So as me growing up, he moved to Hawaii, came back. Story short, started teaching me how to skateboard. I was
so literally,
2.5 years old.
Yeah.
Just
all right.
Trying, and just been doing it ever since, and not really taking it as far as I should, but as much as I can. That
is pretty cool that my generation and younger, there's a lot of kids who literally have been physically raised on a skateboard.
Oh yeah.
Like their whole life is just boom, we're on a board.
Oh yeah.
Like it's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's weird. It's one of those things, I guess, you either take a knack to a bike, skateboard, or you're just one of those kids at school just wanting to study.
Or sports.
Yeah, sports.
Sports.
Yeah,
You could do sports too.
Yeah, you can do sports. I did sports, so yeah.
It's either skating or studying. That's it.
Well, you either got parents that want you to do sports, or they just support you in something that you love, and I see a lot of skaters now that have that. They go far.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you how what was it like when you first started skating? Like, what was that like because of like the metal wheels and stuff?
Oh shit. Oh man. Making me feel like I got an extra generation on me, man.
I'm just kidding, everybody. I'm just giving him a hard time. I'm just giving him a hard time because he's like 4 years older than me.
Although I did ride a couple clay wheels and metal wheels, goofing off on my uncle's board. So
yeah, I'm sure.
I can tell you experience.
Yeah. We're old enough that we've seen those boards at least.
We are so lucky.
I got one of them right up there.
Yep, I do see it.
Yeah.
Oh
right,
yeah.
Anyways.
Banana boards.
Yeah, banana boards.
I love it. Those yellow things.
It's crazy that people used to bomb hills on those.
Oh yeah, barefoot
with a surfboard in their hand,
backwards, saying catch up. I never thought they would get speed wobbles, hit a rock, but if they did that, imagine.
And no
shirt,
just some shorts.
Oh man. Oh, we're going to the beach. If we fall, we rinse off.
It's mobbing, dude.
Yeah, bruh. It's crazy.
Oh man. Okay, so the big question.
Yes.
The big question that
Uh-oh.
I'm sure you might have gotten before.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they call you Pro Joe?
Oh, man. There's been many damn rumors about this Pro Joe's thing.
Well, let's squash them. What's up? Why do they call you Pro Joe?
All right. So when I first moved up to Chico, people didn't know who I was really. They just saw me come to skate park always dressed up in nice skateboard stuff and having all kinds of new gear, new skateboard all the time. I told them, like, hey, I work for, a company, and then I skated with Active. So I was always down in San Diego with the Active guys, got to skate with, reps. Reps started giving me stuff, putting me onto a sponsor. And so I just stacked up gear and stuff and just was humble with my stuff, frugal. And then I moved up north and started skating skate park. And it was funny because I was talking to some kids there at the skate park saying, yeah, I was there at the time watching Jamie Thomas, Ollie the Leap of Faith. And
you were there.
I was there. We were at Point Loma. Yeah, we were there. We showed up watching them all film.
So you weren't there with him.
We weren't there with him.
You
No, I showed up with some
happened to
skaters.
be there.
Yes, we went to go skate and film. And I was with some of the Active guys. And we were just down there and skating. And all of a sudden, we saw a bunch of, cool, like, people. And we're like, whoa, what's going on, And we were younger, So we show up and here we are. I mean, he already did it, but he was there talking and stuff, and you could see him just over to the side getting all iced up because it was such a big drop. And it was just a very cool experience. So I was telling the kids there at the park, and one kid made a rumor saying Joey said he tried to ollie it. So they started calling me like, oh, this is Pro Joe. He has all kinds of stories about skateboarding. And then I started just going with it.
So it started that they were kind of mocking you.
Yes, making fun of me. All these kids didn't know who I was, and it was like I could name names, but I don't want to name any names. They know who they are out there. I mean, it's really some of them passed away. One of them,
like the people who started.
Yeah, started the rumor and stuff of it. The Pro Joe,
So did they not like you?
I was really concerned, Sometimes they would be like, whatever, But I was older than them. They were the younger squad, And I just show up to the park and whatever, They call me Pro Joe, thought it was a joke, start laughing, And then I started getting the respect, They saw me, who I was, And I guess that's how I put it because I just kept it around. I was like, everybody knows me in Chico as Pro Joe. I'm like, yay, So, I've had a lot of different names at places, I guess, growing up. Just nicknames everywhere you go. It's like, what is this fucking society of nicknames? But whatever.
I've never had a nickname.
Well, man, I guess
I
you
wish I
gotta
had.
join the special group, bro.
I kind of wish I had a nickname now.
Well, we gotta name one. We gotta come up
Well,
with
Cool
one.
Keith is already taken, so
Oh,
I can't have that one.
and Keith Sweat.
Keith Sweat.
Yeah,
And I don't really sweat that much. So.
no. And that's weird. You actually don't when you skate.
No.
Only when you're struggling on a trail.
Yeah, or if it's really hot outside, maybe.
Very hot. Yeah. Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
weird about
it's,
you.
yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's kind of weird though getting that Pro Joe. So it it stuck. I've been up there for almost 20 years in Chico.
People are just calling you Pro Joe.
And it went from Pro Joe, and then I've had good friends like Matt Mejio that was just on here. I got to give a shout out to that guy.
Was he one of the ones that was making fun of you?
I wouldn't think he was the one. He was just knew me as Pro Joe when he went to Chico
But
Park.
he tries to play it off now. Like, no, I was.
I don't think. I don't think it was him. It was he got to know me later.
It doesn't sound like him.
No, he came into Chico Skate Park later. The kids already were calling me that, and they were the kids that were really good at skateboarding, but now they're the kids that are the alcoholics. Just wanted to sit at the park and get drunk.
Well, they
do
were probably
drugs.
alcoholics then too.
Yeah. Well, they were just learning
They
how
were
to drink.
training alcoholics.
Yeah. But then they became, Chico Skate Park rats, And I respect them all. I have respect for all of them, you know. They know that. I love them for everything, you know. Being and all the ones that are out there that skated really hard, that quit skateboarding, that knew they had a place to go. I want them. They know. I know they know. I always
What do they know?
they know that I always encourage them to, hey, get out of Chico, go skate. You're so good, you can have a sponsor. You
Yeah.
can get a
Just
sponsor.
Get out of Chico.
Get out of your comfort zone and go do something with your life. I saw a lot
Matt,
of kids.
get out of Chico.
I mean, you know, Fern was like one of the best skaters up in Chico, you know, and watching him skate, I was like, man, get out of here. Well, he went to the city and yeah, he did his thing, you know. A lot of Chico skaters, there was a handful that had potential because of where I came from. You know, growing up skateboarding, where it was like contests every week.
Yeah, SoCal's crazy.
And you know, the skate scene, and it was like different. We
Super-
skated
it's hectic.
all night long just to get our sponsor.
It's hectic.
Yeah.
It's very super duper hectic.
Yeah.
Because
It
it's
was
always
all-
going.
It was on our mind 24/7.
Yeah. Whereas in NorCal, it's kind of like we have a lot of breaks, especially because of weather.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We have to, sometimes we got to wait. Sometimes we can't skate, you know, whereas in SoCal, it's like, where do you want to skate today?
Yeah.
Where do you want to skate tonight?
Yeah.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
Yeah.
Now it's like, hey, can we link up sometime this week?
Yeah,
Or,
I know
oh,
it's
no,
raining.
supposed to be
but
raining
let's
for the
go
next
find
2
a-
weeks.
Yeah,
like,
let's go find somewhere to skate. but
oh,
it's hard.
I know this covered spot we can go. You know, it's
Right. Right. And there's more things to space, or more space and more things to skate down there.
yeah. Well,
Right.
yeah. SoCal, if you're skating street spots, you'll very often run into other groups of skaters.
Yes.
Whereas in NorCal, it's like if you run into another group of skaters at a street spot, you're
Yeah.
like, whoa.
You're like, whoa, you're here?
whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah. You know, so, and it used to be, it's crazy because growing up, my generation, you know, skateboarding, doing that shit was like, wow, you show up to a spot, you better know that person.
Yeah.
Nowadays, everybody joined to like, oh, everybody's so unique in skateboarding. They all have their
Yeah.
different ways of skating. And when they come together, they create something, this positive energy. you
Yeah.
know?
There is something special about a skate session.
Yes.
Just like
Yes.
when everybody's just going off and everybody's just landing. And you'll see it where
Yeah.
it's like back to back tricks just getting landed and
Yeah.
landed and landed. And you're like, oh my God.
Right. I feel like we're like in the medieval times when we're like fighting and we're in our group and we're like doing a battle of skateboarding,
I don't know about all that.
Well, no, with me, like we're landing those tricks, we get so aggressive, you know. With me, I'm always the one that's amping up, you know. Hold on, I dropped something. Amping up everybody, you know.
Fumble.
Sorry, fumble. It happens sometimes. To the best of us. But back to that real fast, just to let you know, like with me, like we're skating in a group, there's always someone that amps up the group, someone that's louder in the group. And I seem to be that guy always, not to boast or anything, but I've always been that guy growing up, you know, like even if you did a pressure flip or ollie, I'm like amping you up, man. Like, go harder, take it down bigger, you know? So I just love skating. It's one of those things that will always be in me.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to a couple tricks in your part. You want to take a couple,
Yeah,
just a couple tricks.
Yeah, go for it.
Do you remember all of these tricks? Do you want to talk about any tricks in particular?
These were just fun little trips. We made a trip out of a day. Every time we make a trip, we would try to hit like 4 places and get tired. So this was a sack trip. Went and skated with I think this was me, Matt, Mahia, Christian, and I think Stuart. That kickflip, man,
We'll call it a shifty.
Okay, I'll just tell you, I had a good line. I did that line, no bullshit. Did that line, did a nice kickflip, but Matt, when he was filming, if he can remember, the battery wasn't on.
No,
or
I
the
reverse filmed.
or he was reverse filming, or something was wrong with the footage, so I had to redo it. But I had a poppy kickflip. Trust me, I did.
Oh, the filmer messed it up, huh?
Yeah, I had to blame the filmer, and hopefully he'll give me credit for that because we did it a couple times.
All right, so there's
Oh, this was a fun day. We were up in Paradise, California, and we decided to go skating and Scared these guys, almost got hit by a car.
Right?
Um, but it was a fun day. I was like, hey, let's go to this church. I know where there's a hip and a roof I'm going to drop in. And they're like, what? Nah. We go. And I pulled them behind my car to a hip, and they were doing big old ollies. And
You were pulling them behind your car.
yeah, because the driveway is really smooth, and it kind of goes uphill, but it has like this hip that you can launch. And like my friend Christian, he did a fat backside kickflip, and we wanted to film it, but we never got it on film. And then
Why not?
camera was in the car, and Matt didn't have a chance to pull it out because he wanted to get pulled on the opposite side of the car.
I was skating.
Oh.
But like I'm pulling them with my BMW really fast, let go, and they launched. And I remember Matt just running in the air because he launched so far. So we went to the other side after parking the car, and I saw the roof. I was like, I remember doing that back in the day. Just goofing off. Let me do it again. So I jump up there and did it first try. Matt was like, what the hell? Let me get the camera. So I get the camera, and I did it. I think that was the second try.
That was the second try?
second try.
So you had to
did
do
it-
it twice?
Yeah, I had to do it twice because he didn't get the camera again.
Good job, Matt.
But that's what happens when the filmer wants to skateboard. So
Yeah,
it's all right. It happens.
that is a problem.
It happens.
That is a problem when your filmer is also a skateboarder.
Yes.
That, that can be problematic.
Yes, I've always had that. So maybe that's why I don't have that much footage.
That's why I stopped skateboarding.
Maybe that.
For the good of skateboarding.
Yes. Yes.
So that I could get better footage.
Yes.
That's
Exactly.
That's what I tell myself.
Exactly. But when you're getting the better footage, it's usually you filming yourself.
No, I still skate
Yeah.
sometimes.
I try.
I went skating the other day. It was fun.
You know what?
I did some tricks.
I gotta say that I just went skateboarding a couple of days ago with Zach. Like me and Shaner and Dylan and the Yuba City kids. They decided to go and skate the park out in Chico before it was done.
Yeah.
So we get up there, and I'm putting together my board, and all of a sudden I look up, and there's cops, and they're looking down at me, and they're like, "You think about jumping over?" I was like,
Not anymore.
"No, I get." And then I put my board together. I start talking to them, and they said, "Hey, do you know these kids here?" And I said, "Yeah, I know a lot of them." And can you help us out? I was like, "With what?" And they said, "Getting them out before we get more officers down here to give them all tickets and arrest some of them." I was like, yeah. So I yelled over at one of my friends, and I was like, "Hey, you guys, they're gonna call more." And they started piling out. They
Hell yeah.
listened to me. I was
Well,
like, kind of like, "Whoa, they listened to me."
The cops were there.
Yeah, the cops. Yeah, it's not me.
Had nothing to do with you.
Nothing with me.
The cops
But
were
there was
there.
only two. Let me tell you, there was only two cops, and they weren't intimidated. All those kids were like, "Fuck those cops, man. We're gonna skate. We're skateboarding. Kids." But some of them were like,
Well,
"Hell,
you're skateboarding in a skate park.
yeah,
Of course, you're not going to be that scared.
yeah." But the fact being,
But the cops are
the
there.
cops were thinking, "Whoa," like he even told me, he's like, "Whoa, thank
park
you.
is
You
closed."
made my job easier. You must have some respect here." That's what the officer said to me, and I said, "No, I just, I'm an older skater here. I know some of them. They probably don't want to get tickets." and they're my friends, so I'm not gonna I don't want them to
Yeah.
get tickets.
I don't want a fucking ticket. Who wants to have to pay to skateboard?
A skateboard ticket for skateboarding in a park.
That's so lame.
So, but that's, and then we went back, and I got the skate. Oroville Skate Park. Woo!
Yeah. Orville.
But it started raining, and Shaner brought his ramp down and put it against the fence.
I
So
saw that.
We started killing it.
Yeah, you got a little indoor spot now.
Yeah. And I got my front wheel rocks down, and I was like, yes, felt good.
So last time I was in Orville, that ramp was there. It's a quarter pipe that's
Yeah.
like pushed up against a fence, little guardrail.
Yeah.
It's got vert on it.
Yeah, straight vert.
It's got fucking vert on it. It's only like 3.5 feet tall,
I got blunt fakie on it.
and it's got fucking no tranny and vert.
Do you see what Zach does on it?
Yes.
The kick flips?
Yes.
All his tricks?
Yes.
The lip slide rock like hang up thing?
I'm a very
Who
big.
is he?
He's Zach Shaner.
But I think he's
I'm very big. I'm a
I-
very big fan of
I
Zach Shaner.
swear, when Shaner got the tattoo with the alien coming down, I think he like replaced himself. Like he's an alien, dude. Like
Oh, like he didn't actually get a tattoo. It's a different Zach.
Yeah, because dude, that kid once he got that dude, I saw
You know,
some bigger things coming out of him.
I never thought about that.
Dude,
could be
the kid is
like,
a robot.
Like Bizarro Zach.
Yeah.
Like Bizarro.
Yeah.
It's Bizarro Shaner.
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh, we're on to you, Zach.
Yes, we are.
If that
Zach.
is your real name.
Yes. Please come out and tell us in 2018 Oh wow, no, he's an amazing kid. All the Olerville kids when I was going to their park growing up, watching them from when they were a kid, is amazing.
So I think there's something in the water
there is.
in Orville because there's
Why are they so pretty? Their kids are pretty.
No, it's not even about that. There's all the kids that are around like between Dylan Hilton and Zach Shaner's age, like in that early 20s.
Right.
All the kids that are about that age.
Right.
Are like there's just a big batch of them that are unbelievably talented at skateboarding.
Yes.
Like unbelievably talented.
Yeah,
now
and other things.
Now
but
I think
still, skating.
something happened. Something got dropped into the water right around the years that they were born. And just produced this this breed of
maybe some chemtrails that were unnatural chemtrails or something.
But only in Orville because there's just like this very large group of skaters that are just
they're like they're too pretty looking in Orville. Let's I mean there's some pretty looking girls and pretty looking guys that are coming out of
I don't know
to say that, but
I don't know anything about that, but I know that
I live there now, so I'm going around. I'm like, wow, okay, there's some Tweakerville, okay, and then there's like, wow, you don't look like you belong here. You look like you belong on the beach or
they're the product of
Southern California.
Is there a military base in Orville?
I don't know.
Does anybody know?
I don't know, but earlier today, my girl saw a bunch of military going down there before we got on, and she was like, "This is odd." I was like, "I wasn't there to see." So,
I mean, you do notice too that like a lot of crazy shit happens in Orville, like major
I've lived
shit
there less than a
happens in
month.
Orville, like
less than a month I've lived there, and I've seen more cops than me living in LA growing up.
Well, and like the fires and the dam, like just like major shit happens there. Something to think about.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
And why they are so good at skateboarding.
Get the fuck out of here.
You know, they could be like,
yeah,
the squad,
the
real squad of skating.
Zach's got metal legs.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right, so let's get back on track here.
Yes, we're off track a little bit.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about your history.
All right.
Because I know you just talked about it. You've been around for a while.
Yes.
So let's talk about some specifics.
Too long.
Some specifics.
All right.
I know that you managed a team before I met you.
Yes.
You actually like managed a shop.
Yeah,
team.
Boards on Nord.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like full. What? Talk to me about that.
All right. So I had a friend, Josh. Well, acquaintance at first. I walked in and it was called Extreme Sports. And
the shop was called Extreme Sports.
And I was like, you guys got skateboard stuff and like wakeboard stuff. And Josh it was his friend's shop, and the two friends pretty much slept in the back of the shop. I shouldn't be saying this, but you know what? It's coming out a little bit. So they slept in the shop and they were running a skateboard shop, trying to make some money and go to college, from what I heard. And then Josh wanted to buy it because he was going through some issues and stuff that personal issues, and then he took care of them and he bought the shop with his dad helping. And I came in one day and I was like, so you bought the shop? And he's all, yeah. I was all, I need a board. And we started talking. I said, I've been a team manager before, and skateboarded, my whole life. Gave him a rundown. And he's like, cool, you want to help me out? And I was like, yeah, let's start a team. So I'll be your team manager, and I'll get some of the good teams here to make the shop make money. He started making money. We started a team.
How many guys do you have on the team?
At the beginning, I had 4. It went all the way to like 7 dudes. Woo! Josh didn't know, my budget. Complete a month for a minute for some of these kids.
Yeesh.
Because the fact being was they got a board a month. But then Josh was like, let's give them $100 in the shop so they can get some apparel and shoes and whatnot. So a board and $100,
A month?
A month. Oof. Well, he's making okay money online, doing his thing, making money for the shop. We had a team. We started it out. I started building ramps, and then I was like, talked them into a half pipe.
Yeah, you guys got a mini ramp in there.
Yeah, I made a fat.
I heard about
ramp.
that.
18-foot wide, 20-foot wide mini ramp, 4-foot high. 7.2 radius, beautiful ramp. Lots of ramps. Anyway, so we had that ramp. That ramp is part of the Cohasset ramp. We'll talk to you later about that one. But
we'll get to that for sure.
But story short, we had a ramp, had a skate team there, doing good. Ended up my friend Cassidy at the time was a good skater, worked for Element. He taught skateboard lessons and was one of the counselors. Well, he was part of the skateboard team too. Invited us up so we can go to Element Camp to go skate. So took the whole team up there, and that was the real first time of being the team manager. Had to manage some of these kids for not wanting to sneak drugs and different things into Element Camp.
Yeah, being
you know, like
being responsible
"We
for
can't
some
bring
people.
stuff." Yes,
It's terrible.
you know, and terrible.
It's terrible, isn't it?
You know, I'm already a dad. Don't need to be a dad to my friends. You know?
Right.
So, story short, we go there and we had an epic time. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's Element Camp, dude.
Yeah, everybody got good footage. No one believed me that I could skate vert. They were like, you can't drop into the vert ramp. You can't skate in 50-50.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oof.
I did. And you should have saw these kids. Even
Oof.
Josh, the owner of the shop, was like,
Oof.
because I was like, man, like Element Camp.
Did you put the knee pads on?
No, I actually did it with no knee pads, no
What?
helmet. Yeah, I just dropped in, did a little 50-50, and then did a rock and roll. That's it. But when I did a little frontside little air, yeah, I put knee pads on because I didn't want to slide out on that. See, I was younger. That was, you know.
Where'd you learn to skate vert?
You know, growing up when I was younger, I got invited to go skate. It's called the Nudist Bowl. It's down in like Palm Springs or like
That's the one, the concrete
Nude
bowl
Yeah,
in the
Nude
middle
Bowl.
of
Yeah,
nowhere.
Yeah.
There used to be a house there.
Yeah, New Bowl. I went with Frank Outwater. My home
Okay.
skateboard shop is 5 Point Skate Shop in Ventura. They're well known. I got invited with him, so we drove down. My mom said I can go with him, and we drove his little, I think it was a VW Golf, like old school, no AC, no. He had to run his heater the whole time,
So you
and
didn't
it was
overheat?
hot because he wouldn't overheat. I remember driving down there, and it was like the first time I really kind of got high. Like, I smoked when I was younger, but I got high because it was so hot. And I'm like, oh, I'm lit. Where are we going? Like, where are you taking me? And we're going to the desert. And I was like, where are we going? He's all, I'm going to teach you how to ride, like, a swimming pool. So that's when I learned how to ride vert, really, over vert, a real swimming pool that was, you know, it's like 10-foot bowl or 9-foot bowl. And, you know, a younger kid, that was hard.
Deep.
But I learned how to do 5-0s that day, and I learned how to do some
On the
tricks.
pool coping, though?
Yes.
Fuck that, dude.
And I remember them saying, man, you're such like your uncle. You're such a little ripper. And just that made me feel good. So it's like, I'm always going to be a skater, you know. From, you know, the 5 Point skate crew, you know, giving me my first skateboard birthday party when I was younger was like, that inspired me to want to be a skateboarder for the rest of my life.
That's cool.
Yeah, so
that's cool.
But that's how I learned how to ride vert, was from the 5 Point script. And, you know, going to Pal Peralta, you know, the skate zone growing up in Santa Barbara, they had a big old vert wall.
Oof.
And watching like Tony Hawk and all the pro skaters, you know, skate that stuff like contests was just life experience.
Yeah, definitely. Your upbringing definitely changes in SoCal.
Yeah.
Versus NorCal. I mean, it's definitely a vastly different scene.
Yes, it is.
Because growing up, I mean, I'm not very much younger. I'm not too much younger than you are. And for me, growing up at the same age that you were doing those things with Tony Hawk and all the guys around, all the big names around.
Yeah.
I'm up here and I've got like my 7 friends. You know what I mean?
Right.
I got like my 7 friends and a Thrasher mag.
Right.
And a 411.
Looking at stuff that I was like actually kind of seeing a little bit.
And we all would go to the shop and buy a video and then trade.
Oh.
So that we could watch all the different videos and shit.
I love those days.
You know what I mean?
I love those days. Like, hey, I got this new skate video.
Yeah, I've watched it.
Wait, you got that one?
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
you trade me and I'll watch this
you
one.
You go
to
to school, trade it in backpacks.
Yeah.
You just want to get home so fast to watch that video. It's just, you're like your friends telling you over the phone. You remember the phones too?
Yeah, well, but anyways, that's I mean that for me growing up, I didn't have a big environment around me, so it was really hard to progress at a young age because I didn't have an example. I had videos,
right?
But there was no way that I was doing that stuff.
It's harder to go off videos.
Well, and watching a video is one thing. Having the dude live in front of you, and you actually watch how many tries it takes him. You watch the mechanics of him learning the trick right in front of you. Versus the video, you just see the finished edited product.
Exactly. You don't see all his bails and how many times
Yeah.
it took him to do that trick. But you know, like it's different when you're doing it.
We got people standing up in the studio.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we got a studio audience. You know, we
That's
have
right.
to look around sometimes.
Okay, so that shop you did for a while.
Yes. So I did that for like I think 2 years. We did it about a year, 2 years. I worked there and then we had a little falling out. Didn't want to do it anymore. He saw how much it was cost. And he was just like, you know, I'm over this skateboard team. And then we had a falling out, you know, we got in a couple arguments and take the half pipe out and just because we had some insurance problems. We had a famous skateboarder, kind of Brent Snyder, up there in Chico, California, that recently just was with Tony Hawk and our bowl up there.
Mhm.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Skating. Anyways, he blew out his knee and like popped his bone out when I wasn't there. And he got mad because I was managing everybody coming in and out of the building. And I was supposed to be there, but I let Cassidy run it that night. Well, Cassidy had a party and they all got drunk, but Brent showed up and he hurt himself. And of course, he's at the hospital. They have to do insurance. And Josh got a claim saying, you know, got to come. And we got shut down. So I took the ramp out and took it up to my house.
And
that was it. We're done. We're done. I walked in and
wait, so you just took the ramp?
Well, he's all you got to give me $1,800. It cost me $1,800, you know. Give me $1,800, a little bit more. And I told him, okay, I'll get the ramp out of there. And then we had like a little falling out. He like fired me. He was like, I don't want you working here. And I was like, why don't you want me working here? I'm the one that's bringing in a lot of money, you know. Like I try to hustle as much as I can. Longboards left and right. We just at the time I had my daughter too, and my daughter was just, you know, young and she was not even a year yet. She was sick one day, so I didn't show up to work, and I think that's what it was. I didn't show up to work one day, and we had a falling out. We were friends, and I didn't teach him a skateboard lesson. And if Josh, you're watching this, you'll remember. He got mad because I didn't teach him a skateboard lesson. And then we got an argument, and I said, I'll just walk out. I'll just quit. So I quit. And he's all, next day, come get the half pipe. So I went and got the half pipe and moved it up, and that was it.
Just one day? You just like picked it up and moved it?
It took us like 4 days to take down and sat in there for like a month till I got trucks to move it up because it was so much wood.
So much wood.
Yeah. And everything was made out of 2x6s.
Oh.
And everything was on an 8.
Fun times.
Everything was on 8. Not like 12. Everything on 8.
Yeah.
So it's like 20.
1.5 times the amount you should.
Instead of 13 in a tranny, you know, 13 braces, it was like 20 or something.
Yeah.
But other than that, then yeah, moved it up there to the house, and then it just got snowed on for a year before building it. And yeah,
just sat in the snow.
And didn't have time, didn't have money. I was
It didn't warp. It didn't warp hella bad.
No, I had tarps over it.
Oh, okay.
Tons of tarps. I think I spent about $1,000 in tarps.
Jeez, that's a lot. That's a lot of fucking tarps.
Yeah,
some heavy duty tarps.
I didn't just take that ramp. There was another half pipe at a friend's house, and I ended up taking that too. So I had like 18 trannies, like 8 feet wide up there. And I took like 10 of them down because it was just scattered all over the yard. I'm like, I can't deal with walking out and snow everywhere, so I'm gonna save the wood. So I took like 5 hours taking them all apart. Then I was like, let's leave enough just to make a half pipe on the side of the house. I'm going to make a 20-foot half pipe. So next. And then I made 20 foot and then I wanted to add on.
Yeah.
Oh God. Story.
So, okay. That. So let's go there because so you got those ramps.
Okay.
You got all those ramps and we moved them to what you called the Cohasset.
Yes.
The Cohasset ramp.
Yes.
So you had a place up in Cohasset.
Yes.
We called it J&R Farms.
J&R Farms.
So I did do a little like day in the life piece with you.
Yep, I remember that.
So if people want to,
that was
like if people want like a full tour of that place,
they're more than welcome.
You can look it up. I'm pretty sure it's a day in the life at J&R Farms.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's You can look it up on YouTube. It might have been on my site.
I think
I don't know. Anyways,
was it part of the Board Warrior?
It was.
It was.
It was a Board Warrior production.
That's right. I think it was. Yeah, I do remember.
Okay, so let's talk about that. So your ramps, all these ramps came from other locations.
Yes.
And landed in this one house.
Yep. And then I spent a lot of money buying more wood.
Yeah, and but it wasn't just you though, right?
No. I had a lot of people pitch in, and then I had Rob Braley,
the man,
Red Rob.
Rob, you're amazing.
Yes, he is. Definitely, if you're watching this, maybe one day we can just squash things. We were homies for a long time. So.
Yeah, you guys were like partners, and then we don't really need to get. I mean,
yeah, it hurts.
It's personal stuff. That's between you guys. Unfortunate when I heard about it. It was unfortunate because you guys produced some pretty good, product as well as had an amazing ramp. But
give Rob a lot of that. He was a master grower. I just was a master of smoking it and skateboarding.
Well, you're like
I grew a lot with him. He taught me and I taught him. So
you're like a people person.
Yeah.
You deal with the goddamn customers.
I'm the customer person. I deal with them. I need someone to do the good, dirty work behind, and I'll move it. I'll do my thing,
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
Well, and you are a very good face.
Yeah.
For I mean, you're loud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not afraid to talk to people. You're not afraid to make connections. So that's cool.
Sometimes that gets you in trouble.
Yeah. But okay, so let's talk, besides the personal stuff, let's just talk about that because that ramp, I mean,
it was amazing. Me and Rob, we
it was a thing of beauty.
We worked our ass off. That's all I got to say.
So just for people who don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about it on with Zach Shaner.
Yes.
But just so if, JNR Farms, this ramp was about 100 feet.
We were trying to make a 180-foot ramp. We had 110.
Let's talk about with what it actually was.
Yes.
About 100-foot ramp.
Yes.
With about 7 or 8 different transition sizes.
Just insane, yeah.
So it wasn't picture not just a straight up mini ramp. It was like 20 feet of a 5-foot ramp, and then it had like a 7-foot cut out death box with a sloped angle down to a 6-foot tranny that dropped down to a 4-foot tranny.
To a straight wall with pool coping on it.
Yeah,
and
it was like
steel.
That on both sides.
Yeah.
And sometimes they matched, sometimes they didn't. He had a death gap. And then on top of the ramp, if that wasn't... Oh, no, okay, before I get there. At the end of one of the sides of the ramp, like if you skated the flat bottom, there was a bank to ledge.
Yes, 16 foot wide with a bank to ledge. It was
super nice. Like, that was my favorite part.
Mine too.
And then on top of all of this, on the deck of one of the sides, there was like a little bit like a living room size.
Oh yeah.
Man cave.
Oh yeah.
Where they actually built a building that was up on the doorway was on the top deck of the ramp and had couches and a TV and a
surround sound.
All kinds of crazy shit in there.
Yeah, that was our smoke room. I was like, I need a man cave. We can't smoke in the house anymore because I had a baby girl. And I was like, you know what, Rob, let's put some money together and we're going to build a cabin. He's all, for real? I was like, screw it. I'm not telling the landlord. I'm just doing it. I didn't tell him I took down trees and whoops. But so we went nuts one year and we were just like, let's build this cabin. I drew it up on paper and there's our good friend Chris that lived up there. His dad's a carpenter. And I was like, let's get him to help us. I'm capable of doing it, but let's get him to help us do it and we'll get it done fast. So we made a 16 by 16 cabin and I made that first. And then I had my ramp up on the top side of the house. And I lost my homeowner's insurance because the ramp was too close to the house, too big. The ramp was the same size as the house, but sitting 2 feet away from the fireplace. So they were like, nope. Landlord was like, take it down. So I took it down. And after paying all these guys from Moorville to come and help me make it and move like 30 yards of soil, and hard soil with roots from a tree, and you're shoveling like 8 hours. I made these kids work for me just to make a ramp for them to skate. Not just me, for them, because I was like, I know what I'm capable of doing. I'm going to give them my idea because I know what they're capable of doing on a skateboard. I want to see them progress off of something that I know in my head. I'm watching them progress while I'm making it in my head. That's how I am as a skateboarder and a carpenter. Like, I make it in my head, and then I watch my friends, what they're going to do on it. And I'm like, I watch them do tricks that they're not even capable of doing. And then I'm like, let me call them out on it.
They'll
like,
learn it. Yeah.
So my birthday night making the ramp, get off step it real fast. I told Shane, I was like, hey, how about do like a blunt late, like shove it out? And he's all, what? That's not possible, really. Like on a half pipe, that's would be hard, really hard. And I was all, dude, your late shove its are perfect, and your blunts pop out so far.
Yeah,
dude. Second try, this kid did it. I was just like, all right, my birthday's done. Shaner.
He's amazing.
Amazing, you know. So amazing. You know, but that's where I was at, like building the ramp and stuff. And I had it moved down to the bottom, built the cabin, and I was like, let's build the ramp off the cabin.
Yeah. It was so sick.
Yeah.
So sick. That was one of the few mini ramps transition spots that I actually liked skating.
You like that 3-inch coping. I remember. Because you can lock on Smith or anything and you just stand.
Well, it felt so solid.
Yes.
Felt like I was going to not fall off.
Yes.
And kill myself.
That was my favorite part.
Yeah, because if you don't know me, I don't skate tranny very much.
Yes.
Like not at all. I have like 3 tricks on tranny that I can do.
Right.
And then I'm done.
You're a street
skater. Back to the ledge.
Back to the ledge.
Back to the ledge.
That's why you skated the bank to ledge.
That's
You're
why,
like, everybody, clear the way. We're skating flat bottom.
What I would do is I would just wait
till everybody took a break.
Yeah, because they would like go hard,
right?
And then they would like take a break to like smoke
go in the cabin,
eat or whatever, and I would be like, all right, my time.
That's right. We always barbecue.
It's my time. My turn to skate.
We had some good times. Me and Rob wanted to make it where it was like, dude, let's make it where when our friends come up, they're just beyond at home. They don't want to leave.
And I never wanted to leave that spot.
Yeah.
Every time I came up,
all of them, they were
didn't want to leave.
They don't want to leave.
I was like super bummed when I had to leave.
They slept on my trampoline. All those kids would sleep on the trampoline so Rob wake up in the morning and squirt him with the hose or something, you know, just to skateboard the ramp or to work. We did.
And both.
Yeah, and both. It was just amazing. Like, I got to say one thing. Thank you, Rob, for all that hard work, because I couldn't have done it without him, and even building that ramp and all the money that he had to pull out of his pocket.
Yeah.
Not being really a tranny skater. Like, I taught.
Yeah.
Like,
him and I both would go down and hit that bank session.
He's not a tranny skater, and he really wanted to learn tranny. And I wanted to teach him as much as I can, and I pumped him up.
He got pretty fluid.
He got good.
He got pretty fluid on it.
He started doing some stuff, you know, but like my thing was I always saw him at the Chico Park going up and over doing his tray flips and doing his crazy little half cap crook grinds. I was like, this guy's got some power.
Yeah, he's good.
And then I look at his trucks. I'm like, no one has grind marks like this guy. I'm going to kick it with him. He eats steak. Like, he was a cool ass kid, you know? So it's just like, we started something. J&R Farms was awesome. I have no regrets whatsoever.
Oh, why should you? I mean,
no.
Great place.
I wish we could go back.
Right? Yeah.
I wish we could go back.
Well, you know what, though? That's, shit happens.
It does.
Shit happens. We move on.
Yes.
People move on. People grow.
Yes.
Speaking of which.
Yes.
So being a dinosaur.
I gotta get that. These gray hairs, I can't hide them.
You've seen a fair amount of the evolution in skateboarding.
Yes.
Where's it?
Oh wow!
I'm getting your official Pro Joe prediction. Let's talk about that. Where is it? What do you think's next? Do you think
it's? Well, go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you with the level? Like, I mean, especially with Nigel's part that just came out.
I was just gonna say, dude, you can't even.
So
I mean, look at that,
Mike. This is a god honest question. I was.
He's not a little shit anymore. He's a big shit.
He's a grown ass man.
God, man, look at him.
Neck tattooed. Anyways, I don't want to talk about him. But
he's younger than me, and I gotta envy him.
Whatever. He's a robot. So
yes, exactly. Good job, parents.
# metal legs. Anyways, do you think that we're gonna start seeing like regular fatalities in skateboarding?
Interesting.
Because I know right off the bat we're like, fatalities, come on, bro, you're gonna go there. Did you see Nigel's new part? You know what I mean? Like,
you know,
not everybody's built.
I gotta tell
to take those slams.
From me growing up watching skateboarding, and we have gotten so more advanced in skateboarding and so more extremely more. Let's just do it. Balls out. Fuck it. I don't care. This is my body, and my body will live on. I got doctor to help me. Let me rephrase it. Go back real. Dylan Hilton. Let's go to the Davis Dap, and I'm gonna fucking bust it out. I know he could have did it if he went faster, but see, that's where I'm saying kids now.
He broke his leg, just so everybody knows.
He broke his leg because he
right in half.
He broke his leg. Thank God that he had the mentality in his head. Look, like if this really happens, I know little Dylan. I watched him skate. I know what the potential this kid has. Here's another Oroville kid that's just beautiful skater.
Yeah,
I've been skating my whole life, and I wish I can have a little bit of
little fraction
of his toes. Right? I just want his toes. His toes.
That's weird.
Flip. Well, listen, his yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't want your toes, Dylan, or your feet. I'm just saying you're capable of those feet and
that's a good soundbite right
his
there.
Mind.
I don't want your toes, Dylan.
No, but his mind tells his feet. You know, we're capable of telling ourselves how to do stuff. He knows how to not understand. He overstands it.
Overstands it.
There's a difference from hear me
out. That's not a word.
Well, it's like the Rastas, they say they don't understand stuff, they overstand stuff. So they overlooked it better than understanding it. So it's like, it's more of a different way of looking at it. It's more, I look more into it as seeing it more knowledgeable, of seeing where it's a weird thing. I don't know how they want to describe like, I overlook things, but they overlook things. When I hung out with a lot of the Rastas, you know, they would tell me, "Hey, don't say you understand it. Say you overstand it." And I'm like, "Why?" They're like, "You know, you don't want to understand it. You want to overstand that, and you know, overcome, you know, understanding."
I get it.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. This is a trip.
Let's go back to what.
Yeah.
So I really honestly believe that we're gonna start seeing fatalities.
That's what I was just gonna get there. I was gonna say. Skateboarding has gotten so more advanced that kids nowadays, they see an object that we, as, you know, 1990, you know, skaters would be like, what?
Well, reasonable people.
Yeah. Like
reasonable people. I look at that rail and say that's not skatable.
I'm not going to go and buy this $1 million house when I can only afford like a $10 or $10,000 house. That's how I am. I'm like, these kids are looking at the riches of the ending of it.
I'm looking at it like I can't buy that $1 million house. I can barely afford the value meal.
Yes.
And so I'm not going to go for a 30 rail. I'm going to do slappies.
Yeah. I love you, red curb. I'll red curb skate all day long, you know? Like,
slappies are fun.
Yes. I have the same joy of doing a 50-50 on a little curb than watching like someone go down a 15-stair rail.
Yeah, but I bet you that, you know, it's probably more exciting for them to go down the 15-stair rail.
Yeah.
But that's for them.
Yeah.
Not for me. I'll film it.
Yeah.
And I'll film it first try.
And sometimes I get sometimes I'm with these kids.
First try every try.
I get a wild hair on my ass. I'm like, whoa, I'm going to try it with these guys. I got it. And then I go to do it. I landed almost.
I've been with you a couple times.
Yeah, you know.
A couple of those times.
You know what I mean?
I'm like, Joe, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm like, I want to try this because these kids they're doing it. I think I'm capable of doing it.
Joe, don't try that.
Yeah. You know, I'm not boasting, but I'll get it. It won't be that pretty. Yeah. I'll eat shit a couple times, but I'll get it.
But you'll get it.
I'll try it.
Might hurt your back for a while, but
yeah. They don't understand what happens behind my closed doors when I go home after skating really hard with them.
Just cry a little bit.
Oh, maybe for a week. I'm in an Epsom salt bath and trying to medicate myself and not seeing anybody.
But see, that's a prime example right there. See, I'm like, I'm concerned a little bit for the future generations. Maybe not the generation that exists right now, but the future ones, because like, look at us. We look back on videos from when we were younger.
Yeah.
Or from videos that were around before we skated. Like, maybe not you, because you've been around since...
wait, let me rephrase. Dinosaur days?
But the most people, can watch a video that came out, before they started skating, and it's like an H Street video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
where it's
dope.
like, they're not doing anything spectacular.
Yeah, no.
By these days standards.
They're just doing little kick turns.
Yeah, back then, bombing down the SF hills and alling the little street gaps and
stuff.
stuff.
That's like doing a Tinster now.
I mean, people wouldn't even post. That's like throwaway footage. They wouldn't even post on their Instagram these days, But the level has advanced so much. We look at those and as growing up as kids, we looked at that and that was like our standard, like this is what we got to get to be good. Yeah. Now kids that are being born now that are going to skate in 10 years.
Or just like, I want a death wish.
They're going to look back and look at Nyjah's new part that dropped 10 years before they even started skating.
Right.
And they're going to be like, oh, well, that's the standard. Then, and what is it going to be now?
What is it be now?
They're going to be like, oh, well, so I got to be somewhere in between, not less than. They're going to be like, okay, well, that was 10 years ago and this is now. So I got to be somewhere kind of in the middle to be a good skateboarder.
Right. Right.
Like, that's what?
It does. I mean,
that is fucking crazy.
Skateboarding's gonna advance as much as technology advances. The older we get, the more advanced skateboarding is gonna get. It's never gonna. There's never gonna be a day a new trick is learned. Think about that. It
isn't learned. You mean like where somebody learns a new trick every day?
Someone learns a new trick every day. It seems like it. Well, they'll not. Let me rephrase it. Someone will put a trick together. Like think about like Shane
O'Neill.
Oh my God.
Yeah, trick combinations that haven't been done yet.
That's what I mean. It's like you didn't see that back in the day. It's like, I'm gonna put like 5 combinations in one trick,
Yeah.
And I just created a new trick.
Well, if somebody even flipped in or flipped out of something, it was like, oh shit, that was crazy. Wow. Like he did no slide nollie flip, dude.
I've never seen a nollie flip out of a no slide.
Right? Like, oh, he kick flipped into a crook.
Yeah. He kick flipped
down a handrail.
Tail slide. Yeah. Wow. Like, people.
And now Nyjah's doing it down like a 20, like kick flip back 50 down like a 20 step.
And my jaw's like this.
Doing switch tricks down El Toro.
Yeah.
Like
nothing.
Really, dude? You're gonna skate at switch?
Like
that's
nothing.
Fucked up.
In
my opinion, that was rude.
Yeah.
That was fucking rude. Like, really, dude? Like, you just did that?
And then think about this. Really what he's really capable of doing.
Yeah.
If he's capable of doing everything that he's doing right now, think about if he really wants to push himself.
Well, he's only in his early 20s, too.
Yes, that's what I mean.
But anyways, we're talking about Nyjah again. Damn it.
Nyjah.
Stop talking about Nyjah. He gets enough.
Yeah.
He gets enough.
Yeah, he does. He does. He's feeling that right now. He's laying there going, or doing whatever. Oh my God, people are talking about me.
Yeah, right, dude. He'd feel it every day.
That kid is amazing. I love you, Nyjah. I remember watching him when he was dready.
So speaking of Nyjah, since he rides for Nike now, we're going to see him in the Olympics, right?
I hope so. You know what? Go out to Nike. That's all I wear. I mean, I don't wear any other shoe than Nike.
I say just don't do it.
Well, I guess can't.
We're going to have to fight after the episode.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'll keep my opinions to myself, but but I think everybody who knows me knows where I'm at on that.
Yeah.
Like I think Onion said, if you don't have anything nice to say, then
don't.
Yeah. So anyway, speaking of, do you know much about the Olympics? Have you been looking into any of that?
I don't have cable.
I don't either.
Well, I usually
see, that's not an excuse.
So it's not.
That's not an excuse to not search out information.
I should. When I was younger, I used to. I just stopped. Like I really don't even really go on. I don't.
No, I'm talking about skateboarding in the Olympics, not the Olympics in general.
I heard a little
I don't give a shit about the Olympics in general.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I've heard a little bit about it. Like not much, but I know that.
Are you gonna watch?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna watch.
You don't have cable.
Well, well, you got me there. I don't have cable, but my girl, she's got like a computer, and she's got like what do you call it?
She's got technology.
Technology.
Yeah.
She'll find it for me.
She could Google it.
Yeah. See, I am a dinosaur, you know.
She go do the Googling. Cameron, have you heard anything about the Olympics? Am I the only one who's doing any research on the Olympics?
It's
probably
just 2020 in Tokyo. That's all I know.
Yeah,
So, well, I didn't know it was in Tokyo, but I did.
Yeah, it's in Tokyo.
Like 2020.
So, I'll just break it down for you a little bit. I did some research. I'm not even gonna lie. I did some research last night.
Shit goes out.
I was bored and I was looking through, And I started looking up the Olympics and because I'm curious, how is it going to go down? What's this going to, what's going to be the formats? So it's pretty interesting. It's going to be park and street. So it'll be much like.
Is it going to be kind of like the detours they do, or?
Well, okay, you know how like they do the big bowl contest down at the U.S. Open in Huntington.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're going to have one of those big bowls with the crazy terrain inside of it.
Wow.
And then a street like a street league style street course.
Okay.
So you're with me so far.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's cool so far.
But what's the format?
It's gonna be it's gonna be standard contest style. But here's what I'm concerned about: is I found out that the entity that is governing the rules is the Federation of International Roller Sports.
Well, interesting.
Which means rollerbladers.
Yeah, no, that's why I was like, interesting.
So how funny is that?
How could they judge
so
someone on yeah,
because there is no precedent for a four-wheeled sport for, you know what I mean?
I wonder what a lot of these pros are going to think about.
I don't know if a lot of them know it. I had to do a little bit of digging to find it, but it's the Federation of the International Federation of Skateboarders has lobbied to co-govern.
Okay.
But they're being I looked up what that meant, and being co-governing is that they have a seat at the table for their opinions to be heard. Not that they have a vote.
Okay.
That their opinion will be heard.
So
and taken into consideration.
They will put their opinion out there.
Yeah. And then the rollerbladers will be like,
The rollerbladers will be like, it's not 4 wheels.
How funny is that though?
Wheels.
How funny is that though? Is that our mortal enemies are governing how the world is going to see.
Interesting.
How the world is going to see us.
Interesting.
Right? That's
interesting.
Pretty interesting, I thought. The other thing I found out is...
God, I thought you were going to say scooters. I was in
dude. God, that'd be terrible. The other thing I found out is that the parks will be open to the public in between events.
So, if we're at the Olympics in Tokyo,
you could go skate the Olympic course.
Wow. How come they never let you do that, like with all the detours and all the Rob Dare stuff?
Insurance.
True.
You think Rob wants to pay insurance for all those motherfuckers to come in and skate his shit? Hell no.
No, let the world do it. Olympics.
Yeah. So the Olympics is going to... Well, I'm sure they have a pretty good insurance policy.
I'm pretty sure.
But that's like the first Olympic sport in history, I think.
That's awesome, though.
That the course is open to the public.
When I was younger as a skater, back to me being a dinosaur skater, I never thought you were gonna keep me on that one for a minute. I never thought that maybe I would be old enough to see the Olympics with skateboarding in it. I didn't know that. I was like, wow. When I saw snowboarding, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I wonder if I ever see surfing or if I ever see any of the sports that I'm interested in.
Yeah. Well, I'm a little bummed that the Olympics, that skateboarding is in the Olympics. I'm a little bummed.
I'm gonna be honest. As me being a skateboarder, I don't want it in it.
Yeah,
I'll be real with all skaters. I'm an underground skater. I like it to be raw back in the old days, where skateboarding was real.
Yeah.
To me, skateboarding is all. It's like, let's fucking make this money. It's like skateboarding wasn't like that back then.
No.
Not at all.
Because there wasn't any money.
It wasn't.
There was none.
And if there was money, there was only one dude on each team, and he was getting it, and it was worth it because he made you guys look good.
Yeah.
And it was good because it amped you up to get better.
Yeah. So the reason why I'm bummed about the Olympics is the reason right there, because you talk about skateboarding being this certain thing.
Yep.
Okay. And that's why it was appealing to you, because it had this certain type of culture to it.
Oh, yeah.
It had this certain type of feel to it. And you had this certain type of feel to you that coincided with that group. So when you got with that group of other individuals, you felt at home because you were with
family.
You were with people who were like-minded, had similar goals, and also disliked similar things.
Oh yeah.
Which is the reason why you were doing what you were doing.
Right.
Okay. Well, I've talked to a lot of people about this, and anybody who's had any conversations with me, I've probably mentioned this to you. My feelings on Street League. So before the Olympics was even announced, I would talk about Street League. And let me just say on the record that I enjoy Street League. I think that it's fun to watch. I think it's amazing for the skaters who are making the money off of it.
They get pushed.
Well, not only I'm talking about like just financially.
Yeah, they get paid.
The ability to collect on their talents is really awesome. But no, here
got some good money.
Follow me here though.
Okay.
And I'm stoked for them. I don't want to take anything away from that.
Yeah.
But what I'm concerned about is the generation that it's creating, like 2 or 3 generations from now.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what I look at is it's turning into a full-blown sport. Okay?
Yeah,
because when that much money gets involved, when people start seeing Nyjah, would bring him up again, that he's bringing all these $150,000 a pop checks.
Yeah.
He's a millionaire
Yeah.
From skateboarding.
Yep.
They're like, "Oh shit, that's possible."
Right.
That's possible.
But think about who really
No, hold on.
Okay.
Follow me here.
Okay.
Sorry to cut you off, but
Okay, no, that's fine.
When you have that kind of environment,
Mhm.
what kind of people it breeds are people who want to be in that type of environment. Is they want the money, they
Yep.
want the fame,
Yeah.
they want to be on ESPN.
Yep.
Okay. Now, before, the people who were driving for those types of flash or jobs, it was sports.
Right.
Professional athletes. I want to be the NFL, NBA, and whatever. I want to be a professional athlete because that's how I can do my sport and make millions of dollars.
Right.
How you know what I mean? Like that was the avenue that was allowed you to make that kind of life, basically.
Right.
Well, now skateboarding's in that avenue. Okay.
I know it's a trip.
Now, think about the guys that you see training, and not to take anything away from pro ball players.
Mhm.
Okay, but they're a certain type of people. You know what I mean? They're driven. They're in the gym all the time. They're eating right. They're you know what I mean? They're just
right.
Just go. Just
And that's what skaters are doing now too.
And they're driven to be a certain type of person. Okay.
Right.
Now those are the guys that will actually go pro. And now
Exactly.
the guys that are all his friends growing up,
Mhm.
or the ones that are near his age or whatever, the ones who don't have the talent, that just want the money,
Right.
they start trying to do it. Okay, for money motivation.
Right.
Not for the love of the sport.
Right.
Okay. Now, when the money motivation gets involved, that makes things a little tricky at the skate park, because now you're trying to hang out with your culture and your friends at your church, your skate park.
Yes.
And this guy's over here trying to train, and you're interrupting his training regimen.
Right.
You think he's going to take kindly to that? You know what I mean? Like if you go into the gym and get in between a pro ball player's workout and him,
weight lift. Yeah.
how does that going to end up?
Oh no, bump heads.
Do we need that at the skate park?
Nah.
No. So it may not be a problem now, but what we're doing is we're creating a future generation of kids who are going to embark on the skateboarding journey to make money,
Exactly.
not to be a skateboarder.
Yeah.
Because when we started skateboarding, there was zero money
it
involved.
was just skateboarding.
Just skateboarding.
It's
We just wanted to be a
skateboarding.
skateboarder.
And if you got sponsored, wow.
And we did skateboarding because we saw other outcasts doing the same
Yeah.
thing that we wanted to do. And we were kind of outcasts, but we found a group with these other outcasts. Like we all
Right.
grouped together because we all skated, and everybody made fun of us or whatever. However we got here
Right.
is we got here. And now we're banding together and we're skateboarders. Now it's like, that's how I'm going to pay for my life. That's what I'm going to do for a living, is go
Exactly.
be a skateboarder. So get the fuck out of my way. I'm trying to get better.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You're terrible. I'm good.
Yeah. But yet, because it's funny because those people that you're talking about, we don't need to mention names, but those skaters that we are talking about, let me just give you a little advice. It's when you get a little taste of something that's so sweet, like when you're a kid at a candy store and you get that first taste, you don't ever want to lose it if you know you have it. So those talented motherfucking skaters out there, okay, that know they have it, those guys that have the style, they have the tricks, they can go fast, and they don't fall much. Okay? and they get sponsored and they get that little bit of taste. Do you want to fucking let that go? Hell no. If you know you got it. So the cockiness in the skaters get caught up.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's why some of these skaters are robots. They get paid and they're gonna keep getting paid.
Yeah, but that's that's kind of different than what I'm talking about, because that's always kind of been in existence. Is once you get the money, then But I'm talking about it's gonna raise a generation from now. You know what I mean? Like a couple generations from now, that's going to be the norm. Is that it's not going to be some kids do it for this reason, some kids do it for that reason, some kids do it for this reason. It's going to be so popular and so mainstream that skateboarding is no longer going to have the outcasts join in it. It's going to be the money grubbing hip hoppers and what I mean, like whatever.
I know what you mean. Like no one ever thought they were going to get rich off skateboarding.
Yeah, like
all my parents always said this growing up: you're never going to get rich off skateboarding.
Mine too. It's a hobby.
Well, shit. If I had parents
it's a hobby
now, and I was a young kid now, like Nigel growing up, having parents that pushed you, took you to every contest,
right?
Got you every good skateboard gear. Made sure you had someone that, you're going to element camp. Oh, I'm making sure that guy's talented to teach you. You're getting learned by him.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't learn how to do a kickflip?
Or not even that. Just no, I mean, it's parents just encouraging it.
I've seen it. They encourage it.
Not forcing it.
I'm not forcing it. There's some force, don't get me wrong, but there's some that encourage it. So much. I've seen, trust me, and I don't know if Nigel will see this. I've seen your dad, and I've seen him at contests before and what he does when you were young, okay? And it's awesome. I wish I had a dad like that, I wish, when I was younger.
Grass is always greener.
Exactly, but being a skateboarder growing up, always having friends growing up, because I know a lot of pro skateboarders growing up out of my, childhood, out of Ventura and Santa Barbara that became pro. And it's like, hey, I went to school with you, but I watched going to contests with them, and the way their parents taught them and the way my parents taught me, it was different I'm one of the kids that skated on the street raw dog style. That's what I was saying.
Raw dog style.
I didn't care about, having a sponsor. Let it come to me. And I saw a lot of my friends, have everything from their parents taking them and forcing them to get sponsored. So it's different growing up in Ventura, watching a lot of skaters that I show up, like the skaters in Santa Barbara were totally different from us. They had all the new gear.
Oh yeah, they're rich.
Yeah. So it's like
you're from Ventura, bro.
Right? So I always wanted that. So I tried my hardest to get there, And it was fun. I got to meet a lot of good skaters, a lot of pro skaters. I could say that.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean, we come from a different generation,
right?
We come from a definitely a different style of parenting, different style of people around us.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's really, I think, our job as older cats to kind of try to help shape the younger generation if we can.
Yeah, and that's kind of like where I was being a team manager, and like the kids that I know up here in Northern California, just push them.
All right, so that leads me right into what's next, man. What's going on in the future for Pro Joe?
A lot of people has always told me, and me, I should open a skate shop myself, or I should start a skateboard company myself.
Yeah, why haven't you?
Oh man, I should have done this days ago. Started it, I did little things here and there, but never thought it would take off because I just did it for friends. But this round, hopefully 2018, I'm going to start this deck company. And we'll see if it takes off. I'm going to just let everybody...
What, this deck company, you're just going to throw it out there like that? Just this deck company? Is that what it's called? Is this deck?
I'm going to call it Caked.
Caked?
Yeah.
So like... CAKED?
Yes, sir.
Caked?
Yeah.
Like it's caked on?
Yep. Just caked, So that's what the kids... To me, it seems like that's what kids are doing now. They're just... whatever, I'm gonna just cake it up on this rail. That's my new thing. It just seems like they're gonna take it and have like a birthday cake at the end. They're basically any
that doesn't make any sense at all. Can you speak English to me?
All right, my thing with saying that would be like you're gonna be rewarded after doing something gnarly on your board, not only for yourself but other people. I think we're
with birthday cake.
Well, yeah. So like, basically, I I just wanted to start a deck company to throw out there, just, go hard or go home
Get kicked.
or get caked.
I mean, I like the name. It sounds cool.
Yeah, just, simple. I mean, there's so many names out there.
Okay, so you said you're starting this?
Yeah.
Is it, where are we at?
I'm in design right now, and I can get boards made here this weekend. Hopefully, that's what we're doing.
You have graphics already made?
Got one simple one.
You ain't even gonna come see me, bro?
I know I need to come talk to you. Actually, yeah.
You ain't even gonna come see me about that?
You need to.
Come on, bro.
So, I want to do something cool. I mean, basically, my idea is, different cakes. I want to put a bunch of different realistic cakes, and then the team. If I start a team, it's funny. You're gonna laugh at it, yeah. And then
Wait, so your boards are gonna have cakes on the bottom?
Yeah, I thought it would be cool, interesting. Different cakes, and then for homies, if I did a little collab, I was thinking about them, just a picture of them, fucking getting caked with a piece of cake. Just,
sounds dirty.
yeah, a little dirty, little dirty. But think
Have
about
a picture
it,
of them getting caked on the bottom.
think about it, man. They get dirty out in the street, So skateboarding and getting dirty. So I don't know. I've had ideas up and down, and I thought, let's just be out of the norm and just, man, what do I like to eat a lot? I like to eat cake.
You like cake?
Hell yeah.
I fucking.
Oh,
It's got to be a certain kind of cake. I can't handle
What's
that.
your favorite cake?
One without gnarly frosting.
Awesome.
Dude, I always take the frosting off. I can't
Yeah.
handle it. It's too much.
No,
Like
when I was a young kid, I liked it.
I think
but not
maybe
now.
Okay, so for my wedding, we had like a lemon poppy seed cake
Ooh.
with like a cream cheese.
Ooh.
It was a lemon, like a lemon. It wasn't fondant. It was like a real lemon frosting.
Like frosting.
Oh my god.
You ate it up, huh?
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh man.
So I like lemon poppy seed.
Ooh,
That'd be a little.
nice.
That'd be pretty good. But I like the cakes that like usually like either like the lighter cakes with like the fruit
Oh, nice.
filling in between. Like those are
Nice.
good.
Yeah.
Chocolate cakes are cool, but
Yeah.
if I'm gonna do chocolate, I want like brownies.
Yeah.
Brownies or
Yeah.
or like I like chocolate cheesecake. That's pretty good too.
That's really good.
I don't know why we're talking about cake.
It's because
I'm hungry.
I'm starting this tech company called Caked. No, I really
Okay,
wanna
so
start it.
what's the plans for it?
My plans are so Chico Skate Park just got remodeled. I know we're gonna have a grand opening. I hope I can get some boards made because I know part-time skateboards, Brental and all those guys out there, the older guys have part-time skateboards. They really helped out a lot for the Chico Skate Park. They've done a lot, but there's nothing for like the younger generation. And the generation now, that's skating that.
I mean, like a local company?
Yeah, local little company. There's part time for like all the older dudes. And they've helped out.
Well, yeah, because we're part-time skateboarders.
Yeah,
bro.
and those part time.
I love those guys.
Yes, I love them. I love them. John Yunker. Brian.
I mean, I don't know
how
them.
old these guys are, and they kill it.
See, I don't know them. I just follow. I watch
right.
from a distance and
Right.
I admire.
Right, exactly.
So-
I've
we're
admired
clear.
them ever since I've met them and moved up. And story short, I want something for like the kids that are skating now. Yeah, and it'd be awesome. Because I'm in Chico. I don't see me leaving anytime soon from Chico. So it's like if I'm in here and I'm up here in the skateboard scene, I've always said to all these kids, and all my friends skaters, hey, I'm gonna do something. I'm not gonna do it anymore saying I'm doing something. I'm actually doing something.
Okay, so like I said, what's
My plans are
the
is
plan?
get this deck going, and
You're just gonna do one?
I'm gonna do a couple different series of boards.
What size?
I'm gonna start from
8.5.
well, they'll all be 8.5s.
8.5s at least.
They'll be 8.5s and up.
But you said it was for the kids. You got those are
So
those are man-sized
basic-
sports.
Well, I mean, some of these kids, now want to skate man-sized boards.
Yeah, that's true.
It's going back to the 90s. I like that. Yes, 9 1/4.
yeah, shark nose.
Yes. So, so for all those kids out there, I was gonna start from like 8.2
Yeah,
because it seems like if I made 8s,
Yeah.
they're just gonna sit around.
they are.
No one's gonna do popcorn. Let's do popcorn flip tricks. There's only a handful.
Yeah, and there are some kids, like young kids will ride.
Young kids.
eights,
I
but
might do it eventually. When
no
it gets
offense to you
take
guys who ride 8 out there.
off. Yeah.
No
I'm
offense.
sorry.
If you're a
I know.
man, like a
You're a
grown ass
man,
man,
you
you're like, I
ride-
ride a fucking
yes.
8, bro. What the
I
hell?
ride 8s, dude, and I do tech tricks, and I know you're better. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But no offense, I'm a big boy. I'm a vert foot, they say. Wide board. no pop, really slow, but it's all right. Anyways, back to the boards. I wanna do this. I wanna hand out a good amount of boards, give back to the community as much as I can. Um and see where it goes, you know. Really, really I want everybody that I know that, you know, I have supported in this industry and they have supported me. Rock one of my stickers when I have it. Rock. Maybe I'll give you a board. Just try it. Help me get out there. I just want to give back to everybody, you know, like I always do, you know, like if I have it, it sits there and you got it and you don't have it, you know, and the times you don't have it and you're broke and it's broken, I got you.
Yeah.
You know, I always got you.
You always have been super generous.
You know, and it's like now I want to start a company where I know, yo, it's mine. Oh, wow, I actually have kids that ride for me. Whoa, I'm actually taking my time and my energy that I know I'm capable of doing and taking them and getting these kids known, you know?
So are you sounds like you're kind of approaching it more like let's just kind of see what happens.
Yeah.
Versus like business plan.
My business plan is
your blazing plan? Your blazing plan? Your blazing plan.
Yeah, my blazing plan. I'm a little irie right now. No, my plans is you make it a business, make money off of it. But at the time I'm making money, I'm still giving back as much as I can to the community and to all the skaters that are in a rep it, you know. Everybody that helps me, I'm helping them. You know, the times that, you know, they don't have a sponsor or I see a kid that's at a park, you know, and I have boards in the back, you know, and he's got I'm
shredded.
Like, yo, dude, you're ripping it, but your board's got chips, your wheels are broke. Yo, here's a used pair of wheels, but hey, here's a new board.
Yeah.
Go get caked.
Yeah, that's like the best feeling to be able to hook up a kid like that.
Yes.
That you can tell just has nothing.
I had it.
Yeah. Me too, yeah.
I had it growing up, you know?
Why.
Like, I had it, like, when I grew up, like, I had 5 Point Skateboard Shop. I go in, they have boards that they rode for, like, a couple days.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, hey, here you go, bro.
See, I didn't have that.
I
had to just
deal
with it.
And there you go. You're the type of, I'm not saying a kid, but you're a type of.
I was that type of kid.
You're the type of kid that I'd be like now, yo, hey, here's a brand new board. Oh, you don't have money to get grip? Here's $5. Go get some grip.
I mean, when I was a kid, dude, like all credit to my mom. She bought me as many boards as like she could.
Yeah.
But once it got to that point where I could earn it myself, where I was old enough to get a job.
Yeah.
I fucking got a job just so I could buy boards.
Yeah.
Like that was like
I remember that day.
That's just like
high school days where you're like,
I need to get a job.
I don't want a free board, really. I don't want to use free board from a friend. I want a new board.
Yeah, I want to be able to buy my own shit.
So it was funny.
Like, well, and at that time I was breaking like a board a week.
That's crazy.
So I went
through
skating so hard every day that it just like fuck.
I went through that stage like a whole year.
I got one on the wall from my childhood that I bought with my own fucking money.
What board is that?
And it's an Enjoy, and
nice.
And broke it the same day I bought it. And that was like $40 or whatever, $40 at the time in 97. You know what I mean? Or 96.
Yeah, they were like 30, 37.
Yeah, almost $40, 45 with grip.
Yeah.
And I paid for it with my own money and broke it the same fucking day. And was like, God damn, dude.
I hate that. Did you ever? I cried one time.
No. I'm a man, so I didn't cry.
No, the only reason why I kind of cried because it was like I almost killed myself. You know, I'm skating the stair set and a bus is going by and I have a brand new board that literally Mike Vallely gave me. You know, it's a Pal Peralta. I was up at the Pal skate zone and he's like, oh, autograph.
You just dropping names like a motherfucker over here, huh? No, yeah. Mike Vallely.
No. It's just growing up, you know, having Pal in your backyard, your mom dropping you off every day after school, driving you.
Yeah, you're bound to run into people.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I show up. My favorite person that used to teach me a lot, I hope you watch it one day, is Frankie Hill. Like he inspired me. Like I over learned my fear of doing the roll-in and going up anything that was over like 12 feet high. He helped me. So, but long story in that, but going there and Mike Blaley gave me my board and signed it, and I went back. I was like 8th grade. I wanted to show it off to all the friends. Like, you don't believe me? Check it out. Like, he told me I can skate on this little team and he'll give me flow for pals. Like, yes. Showing the 5-point screw, and they're like, shut up.
That's what I would have said. I would have said,
Yeah,
shut
yeah,
up.
right.
I almost just said it right now.
And then, like, seriously, they were like, whoa, dude, like, you're getting all these little boards, you're getting boards now. Cool, skate hard, and I tried, But Mike was giving me stuff here and there. It was cool. I went into 5 points with him, and he was like, hey, this kid just got his board hit, little Joe right here, by a bus, almost killed himself. Give him my board off your wall, and took a board off of 5 points wall, gripped it, and gave it to me. And they were like, he's all, I'll send you one over from Pal. He's like, and then Dave at 5 points was like,
because you were skating that first board and you shot it out or something.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I did a kickflip down.
You got hit by a bus?
First time learning how to do kickflips. And I was like, nice. And I kickflipped the 5-stair. It was a famous little spot across from the mall. A bus was going out, and I did the splits, and my leg went out after doing a kickflip into the street, and I shot my board out. And I went to go grab it, and the filmer pushed me. Like, hella pushed me. Like, I got hurt more by him pushing me, saving my life, because I didn't pay attention to the bus. I was so amped up, little kid. Got Mike Blaley. And who else was it? It was the other guy that rode for Pal. He had the biggest pop. I forget his name. He was like from like Canada or something. Worlds. He used to be like the guy that ollied the highest back in the day. Danny Wainwright.
Danny Wainwright.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he was there, and Danny was like, "You all right?" After picking me up, dude. And I remember just looking up to these guys, And when we went into 5 points, they gave me a board, and later on, he was like, "Hey, we'll see you up at Pal." And then
That's cool.
I got a little bit more respect. I was like, cool,
And then you moved up here and became Pro Joe.
Oh, shit.
Should have stayed down there.
Right.
You probably would have gone further.
Was my parents got a divorce, and I was like, where am I moving? And like, I can't, I'm moving out of Ventura. No. Had a panic attack, and my mom moved up north. She lived in Cottonwood on a horse farm. And I was like, okay. So I moved to Cottonwood. I was like, oh, I guess I'm not a skateboarder anymore. I'm not skateboarding. I'm in dirt.
Yeah, there's no sidewalks there.
Nothing. So then right in Anderson, there was this warehouse, and I heard some noise. I was like, what's that?
In Anderson.
In a warehouse, guys. And there were some skaters. And they were good. I was seeing tray flips. I was seeing frontside flips, hard flips, nollie flips. I was like, whoa, what the hell is this? Cool. And they're like, had a little building with a DIY spot back in the day.
So that was like the very first DIY spot ever, huh?
I don't know. There's been many before I was alive. So, but like, it's just a trip because I got to skate, I grabbed my board, put it together, and I started helping them, and we made a skate park, little skate park.
So you always just like skated fresh completes every time you skate?
Yeah.
That's how it is every time I see you.
That's what I'm known for.
It's like a fresh complete every time I see you.
Obviously, I'm known for that.
Like once your trucks get like grooves in it, you can't skate them anymore.
You know what? I've grown out of that. I've literally grown out of that. That's hanging out with Brent Schneider and all the older guys. They're like, I envy their trucks. I'm like, I want to see my truck get down to the axle.
Bro, you got to get those. You got to get those good.
I got some of those.
Those good crick grooves in there so you don't fall out.
I got them. I finally did this, dude. I finally did crooks and got it to hit the base plate in the base of the truck.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm like, yes.
That's a good one.
And back to Reb Rob, he was the only one that had it just fucking nasty.
Me too, yeah.
All the way down through. You remember?
In fact, Rob and I would always compare crook marks.
You remember? And he had the
we would
bushing sticking out of one. I was like, how the fuck did you do that?
Yeah,
I wish I had a heavy foot.
Him and I both. I think he's the only other guy I know that has broken a pivot cup.
Yes.
From doing crooks.
Exactly.
Like I'm the only other dude that's like
has
crooked down so hard that we actually like destroyed half of our pivot cup.
Like when I first met him, I saw his trucks. That's the first thing I was like, "What are you riding?" Looked at it, I was like, "Holy shit, you're one of I." If he remembers and watches this, I was like, you're one of those skaters.
Yeah.
Look at these fucking trucks.
Like, I'll rock my trucks, like my trucks and wheels, until they like physically
They're
cannot
done, huh?
skate them
I
anymore.
gotta have fresh wheels. I can ride
Yeah.
my trucks now, but I have to have a brand new board. I don't know what it is. I'll ride it till I get to like the second or third layer, and I'm like,
Okay.
yo, bro, let's set up a new freshie.
I get to the second or third layer that day,
yeah.
like the same day, and I just rock it. You just rock it, man.
It's weird. It's when you have so many, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know. Even when I had a lot of boards around, anyways.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I know. It's weird. But see, then it's
Well,
like
a fresh
this.
board does feel good.
It does.
It feels real good.
But then I'm like, wow. If I like it still, but you know what? Let me just try this other one because it's right there. And then someone's like, wow, I need a board. I'm like, hey, here you go. Here's a real freshie. You know? So I hand out a lot of those too.
I do. I have seen you hand out boards. I can attest to that. I have seen you hook up a fresh and then
Right.
just give the deck to somebody. So
Oh yeah.
so props on that. You know, thank you for being
Oh man.
a
Anytime for
generous
any of
to the
these
skateboarding
skaters,
community.
Any of these skaters, they deserve it.
all right.
Me
So
being around them skating, they deserve it.
so now that you know, I knew a little bit about your day-to-day activity, you know, with JNR Farms and all that, but these days,
Yeah.
walk me through before we get out of here. you know,
Okay,
walk,
all right.
walk me through a typical day with Pro Joe.
Typical day. Oh,
Like what does Pro Joe do every day?
Oh boy. I wonder what my beautiful lady think about this one. No, I won't get on that subject. We'll leave that behind closed doors. No,
I don't even know what you're talking about right
I
now.
don't me either. Anyways,
So, like, what do you do all day?
all day, oh man. I want to work.
But
No, I work. Basically, you know,
what do you do?
either if I have a construction job, you know, or if I'm working for Blaze. By the way, Blaze and Jays, yee, one of the sponsors for many years. And good friend Chris.
Yeah, go check them out. They're in Oroville, Chico, and Grass Valley now.
And then they're gonna be pretty soon. I heard they're gonna be Sacramento.
Oh,
and
I
I
did.
heard maybe I'm not.
Ooh,
yeah,
you
we'll
better-
keep it like
ooh.
that.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
heard good things
Yeah.
might happen.
I did
But-
hear from a little birdie too.
Yes, and it might be awesome. And all I can say is I've been with them forever. We started a great team. We always will have a great team. We're strong. We're 530, dirty, 530. You know, we Blaze One crew will always be a good crew. He's helped me out as much as I've helped him out. But that's what I've been doing. I've helped him out. Took a break with skateboarding, made a music studio, made it for Blaze and Jays for Blaze. Made him a music
Yeah, 'cause he's a
studio.
rapper too,
Yeah,
right?
He's a rapper.
He's pretty dope.
He's an MC.
Yeah.
Really dope. Go check him out. B1, you know.
It's on Instagram.
Yeah,
B
it's on-
B1 the MC, right?
Yeah, B1 the MC.
Yeah, he's rad.
And a lot of upcoming concerts with good people. We did a lot of stuff together, you know. After the music studio, did a couple remodels, helped him out. Remodeled his RV. Just been doing little works here and there, trying to
All right.
survive, you know. Skateboarding every other month as much as I can, you know. I don't skateboard as much as I wish I should, but hoping in the future. I got good news. Got property, be building a ramp again. Ramp.
Yeah,
coming
we were
soon.
talking about that a little bit off air.
Ramp
I'm
coming soon, guys.
really excited
And you
about
know,
that.
when I say that, I said it last time. Hey, I'm building a ramp, and everybody was like, "Yeah," and
That's
what I
true. In
did.
fact, I remember you came into Epic and you were talking about that, and I heard some people be like, "Yeah, right. We'll see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see." And then I went up to your property and
And
was
you're
like,
like,
"He
"How did
fucking
you
built
do
a he fucking built a ramp. Like, they fucking
Right.
built a ramp up here. Holy
Right.
shit, this is crazy."
right?
Yeah. Even on my way up there, I remember thinking like,
It's just a little
"We'll
mini
see.
ramp. It's
We'll see what's going on." And I get
right.
up there.
I said it was
This is
bigger
a-
than Epic's ramp. You're
this
like,
is fucking
you're
bigger
like,
than
you got
Epic's
a ramp
ramp.
bigger than Epic. I'm like,
Holy
yeah, go get
shit!
it.
All right, so okay, I'm
So, yeah,
excited.
so
So,
new
okay, I'll
ramp.
tell you what we could do is after your ramp is finished,
Yes.
we'll do an on location
Yes.
best trick
Sleepover.
best trick contest,
Sleepover, and we'll have
right?
Yes.
Right, we'll get some people to throw some shit up, and
I
we'll
have some
do
people too.
we'll do
get
an on
Zach.
location I haven't talked to Cameron about this. We'll have to make sure he's my partner.
Well,
so
I gotta talk to my aunt.
he's got to okay it before I just put it out on the air.
True.
Even though I already put it out on the air.
Yeah, we just
so
got
Cameron's
super,
gonna
see. We get super excited when I talk about we're making a ramp.
All right, but
So, I'm
for
serious.
real,
For reals,
yeah.
let's do it. We'll do a real contest.
Yeah.
And I want people from everywhere. I'm gonna ask my aunt if I can use the top of the property, because I'm gonna make the ramp probably in the back hidden part of the property, top of the property, and outside of the gate. Carpool as much as you can, but at least 25, 30 cars if we can, and have And if I do it right, maybe we'll do it again like around my birthday time again.
Yeah.
September.
Yeah, we'll come up and we'll talk about. We'll do like a pre-episode where we talk about the finishing and the building of the ramp, and then the next day will be.
You can film some of me making the ramp again.
Yeah, the next day will be the contest,
like, wait a minute,
and then we'll do like we'll go live and we'll do on location.
Yes. Because I'm gonna have my house. I'm gonna be building my house, and then I'm gonna be building the ramp.
It'll be. I'm gonna challenge Cameron because dude, give us good audio while there's skateboarding going on. Ha, go.
Yes. And you know what? It's awesome because it's way up in the mountains. You
can do it, right, Cameron?
Yeah,
you can do it.
Yeah,
so, hey,
that's why I call him.
Cameron, we could be loud.
We'll take a look at the budget,
dude. He's the wizard. So
and wire it up because we could be loud.
Yeah,
it's up on 60 acres.
Fuck yeah.
So,
well, I'm hyped. I'm hyped on that. That sounds fucking fun.
We can have a camp and little bonfire.
Cool. When is it? You just got that property, right?
No, we've had it for a long time. My aunt.
You just got it.
I just got initiative that I can take over and move up there and live there. So if I'm going to be managing it and stuff, upcoming 2018-ish at the end-ish.
Within a year.
Yeah, a year. Maybe 2019. I'm going to surprise you all.
Well, yeah, if you get it done, maybe we could open up the year.
Yes.
With an event.
Yes. I'm not going to try and let it go into 2020.
That's too far.
It's going to be a special year
for
me that year.
Okay.
So,
yes. All right.
And we'll talk about that year too later.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
The next one of these, or we'll do it with the grand opening of the half pipe.
There we go. All right.
Very special.
Is there anything else you want to touch on, man? I think we're getting pretty close here.
No, we got everything. I just want to say thank you so much for letting me come on and
dude.
and speak my mind.
No, I appreciate you coming on and giving me your time.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's above and beyond for you. I appreciate it.
I love all this, man. I love skating and I love everybody that I've came across in this whole path of my skateboarding life.
Yeah, it's a great community.
I can't wait to see what happens.
I love our culture.
Yes, I love it.
No matter where it goes, I'm gonna go with it.
Even though we were all bagging on it, oh, these guys are gonna kill themselves. Skateboarding.
Yeah. But no matter what,
dude, it's not.
No matter what, I'll be there. I'll be filming.
Oh, dude.
I'll be cruising.
I guarantee you, if you cut me open, I have little skateboard shit coming out of me. It's not real blood. I've been doing it my whole life.
You should probably get that checked out.
I should.
If it's not blood coming out, you should probably see somebody about that. I'm not a doctor.
I eat so much skateboard stuff. man. So,
But I don't think the stomach is built to digest grip tape.
Right, exactly. Well, you know what? One thing to say is maybe 2018, they'll see some more footage of me.
Ooh, I'm excited about that. Okay, cool.
I'll bring some stuff you guys haven't seen.
Okay.
Maybe a little stuff so you guys are like, wait, are you sure he's 38? Too late, don't get caked.
All right, man. So we're gonna wrap it up.
All right.
Go ahead and tell people how to find you. How are we gonna follow you?
I'm gonna start a new Instagram here soon.
Okay.
My phone broke just like Matt. How he said he dropped orange juice. Don't.
Wait, your phone was on his laptop when you dropped orange juice on it?
Mine's a little worse than his. Should we go into? We'll go into it real fast. Advise you guys, don't be on Instagram and you see something, you're like, what? I don't want to see this. While you're pissing.
Oh, you dropped the phone in the toilet?
Oh!
Bummer, dude.
Yeah, and then I try to do the rice thing, just like you.
Yeah.
The blow dryer.
Yeah, but that's piss,
and
though.
And then I was
some
like,
shit don't wash out.
Telling my beautiful lady here, I was like, hey girl, my phone's broken. She goes, yeah, it's old. And I didn't really tell her that I dropped it because I was too scared to tell her.
You just found out now.
Yeah. Tell her like, hey, I dropped it and
my
piss.
He dropped his phone and so all those times you were
I couldn't tell her. I just couldn't tell her. I would be like, she'd be like making fun of me for like a month.
Well, get ready for it. Get ready for it because she's gonna.
I know.
Those aren't mine. Those are Cameron's, dude.
Oh, damn.
This is Cameron's shit. It's not, I don't have anything to do with this.
Man, I like how he has it set up on my old. He's got this guy set up all over this old bench. That
Yeah, I totally forgot to mention. Sorry, I know
Crooked Grinds on this.
we're dragging people out, but the table we are working on actually came from JNR Farms.
Yes.
So much appreciated for that.
We appreciate it too. Get the shit off of our property. We needed to move.
Right, but it's really awesome now.
Yes.
It's, a piece of your farm
Yes.
is cemented here in history.
Yes.
So thank you to you and Rob. Let me
Yes.
make sure
And you
that
know what?
Rob's included on that.
Yes, Rob needs to be included because it was his idea to make it tall like this too.
Well,
it was taller.
I made
before.
it tall like this.
You made it tall. He wanted a higher.
It was like knee high,
Yeah, he wanted it higher. He was
and
like,
I cut that bottom off and turned it into legs.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna
Now
let
we
him-
have our table.
He'll see it.
He'd
one
be
day.
proud.
Yes,
He'd be proud if
He'd
he
be
saw
really
this.
Proud.
I told him to hit me up next time he comes to Sac.
Yeah.
Hit me up, Rob.
Yeah, hit him up, Rob. Hey, and if I see you, Rob, and you see this, let's talk one day at the park. We need to.
That's what's up. You see that? This show's bringing people together.
Well, it's like, come on, man. Past history. Just let things go. I let things
bygones
go.
be bygones.
Yes. It's 2018. Why have grudges?
I hear that, brother.
Let's go back to the raw skate days.
Yeah. All right. Well, on that note, so we still don't know how to find you, actually. You said you're starting a new Instagram. Do you know what it's going to be called?
Not yet.
Projo. I'm Projo.
Hey, you know
the
where
real
you can
the real
find me?
Projo. The
You
pro
can find-
Projo.
How about this? You can find me when I'm at Chico Skate Park.
Chico Skate Park. All right. So just go and hang out at Chico Skate Park, and eventually Projo will stop by.
Maybe with a bunch of skateboard stuff.
And you
to
might get one of his used decks. So if you're in need of any product right now, and you're sitting there thinking like, man, I wish I had a new board,
Projo might show up like Santa Claus.
just go ahead and head over to Chico Skate Park right now, and just hang out. I'm telling you, if you wait long enough, he'll be there. All right, so
I gotcha.
Anyway, so all right, so this has been About That Ender.
I love it.
I've been your host, Keith Halterman, audio wizard Cameron, and we're out.